Our word this week in our continuing series of names for Jesus is simple. It's the word Christ. That's really Jesus' title. He fulfills what in Hebrew is called the role of the Messiah. Greek is Christ, Hebrew is Messiah. And Jesus is the one that God has set aside, has anointed, has put off to the side or chosen specifically to be the one who would set his people free. And so when we talk about Jesus as the Christ, we get a chance to really sort of talk about both natures of Jesus in one phrase. Jesus is his earthly name. He is Mary's son named Jesus. But he is the Christ. He is God's son, divine, come to fulfill the task that God had prepared for him from Genesis chapter 3. And so as you spend time reading the verses attached to this email this week, you're going to read about the Christ and what his role is. You're going to read in Isaiah about a suffering servant, which points us to the Messiah, the Christ. You're going to read about a high priest in the book of Hebrews who is the Christ who comes to set his people free. And you're going to read about in John about the Christ and why he came and how he saves his people. So this week I want you to think about the truth that Jesus is a human being who comes into our lives and is just like us. But there is a significant difference in who Jesus is. He is the Christ. He is the promised one of God. He is the Son of God. He is divine. And because of all of that, he doesn't just care about our problems. He doesn't just care about our failures. He can address them and take care of them and solve those issues. So we rejoice this week in knowing that Jesus is the Christ.